Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Pisces. As always, Pisces, all of the readings are timeless, so when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Pisces, I have done your spread today with my triple stack deck. We have all three of them here. The Ethereal Visions Tarot, the Dreamscape Oracle, and the Luna Tarot, all by Matt Hughes. So you'll be seeing a blend of those in your spread. Pisces, there is an absolute thread between your reading and the Aries reading. Aries was waiting for like a confirmation. They were waiting for some type of confirmation. And it seems like you might be the confirmation, or you might be doing something that is providing confirmation for someone else. So, with all of that being said, at the bottom of the deck, we have, we've got the Lovers. The Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This is signifying for me that relationship between, they are right next to each other in the zodiac wheel, the Pisces and the Aries. You know, she's feeling very like serene and watery in this Aries energy up here. It's like a masculine energy that's coming in. It's beautiful. It's like you're cooling what's coming through is cooling their jets. That's interesting. Okay, so the underlining energy is cooling the jets. All right. Weren't the jets, I'm thinking of Greece. The jets were like what do they call those? Like a club or something? And they did car work and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Well, they raced cars. That's what it is. They raced cars. Jets. All right. Is that Greece or is that West Side Story? I can't remember. Okay. So, all right, on the split, we have the Knight. Oh, this is great. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. So the Knight, I often talk about as it's a place of comfort. The Knight offers comfort. And it's like you're cooling off this Aries energy. And so you're providing, the bridging energy for you is you're the one that is providing kind of like a space of comfort. You're providing a space of comfort so that they can relax, so that they can cool their jets off. All right. Let's get the overall energy for Pisces. Overall energy for Pisces is the Nine of Wands. 3 through 3. Just saw it on the clock. Okay, the Knight of Wands. 9 of Wands, the Knight of Wands. I'm like switching in between the Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands. Okay, so this is coming through. Your overall energy is actually, this is interesting. It's coming through as kind of like another person's energy, because that's where your focus is. You're wanting to provide like a comforting space, a place where someone can kind of rest their head, they can lay down, they can enjoy the night, because they've been, well, the Nine of Wands talks about like hard at work, hard at enduring a lot of stress. It's at the 9, so it's kind of, it's at completion. It's about to be at completion. So it's like kind of taking a break before the next hurdle that needs to be gone through. The next task, if you will, which is going to require like a lot of energy to get to the next task. So it's like you're providing a space where they can recharge. it's really beautiful because you're coming through as kind of like, it's kind of like a caretaker energy, but less like blatant. Like, I'm saying caretaker, but it's almost like that word doesn't even want to, that's not the word that's describing this, because caretaker, it's like, it's like a specific role, but for you, it's coming through as like just the one who, I don't know, I guess maybe caretaker is not necessarily the right word. It's like it's like you're not being hired to do something like that. But it is like a role. Anyways, besides the point. Okay, so we're starting your reading off with the Four of Wands. So I'm actually seeing you as this figure up here that's kind of outside of this Four of Wands. So this is coming through as like someone's like home, someone's residence. I mean, maybe you are actually being hired as a caretaker and you are playing that role and you're, you know, providing space for someone to, well, this Nine of Wands talks about like a wounded warrior. So perhaps you are providing space for this knight, like how I was referring to before. So you seem to be outside of this Four of Wands, whatever this space is. And we have this other here that is showing up as the Emperor. And this immediately coming up with a message of that this house that you are, it's almost like you're coming in for a visit, or you're coming in, maybe you live there, you could live there, but there's something about it not, it's like it's not necessarily your residence, because there is this like space between you and the house. It's like this house is actually the Emperor's, and the Emperor can be someone who has like an authority over this space. So it's like this space, this house is their dominion. So it's like they own the house or something along those lines. And you are a resident. It's now referring, I'm thinking of like hospitals. Like you're now a resident of this space. So you kind of come and go. That's what I'm getting here. It's like you come and go as you please, but this one here, this Emperor, is a permanent, it's talking about them being a permanent resident of this house. So, and what's beautiful is that you are presenting yourself as this, well, it's like a butterfly. You see, because she's got all of these wings. She's got these wings here. So Pisces, you're providing some type of transformative like element to the house. And it's coming through with the architect. So it's like you're showing up here as the architect. This is really interesting because it's like, even though this Emperor is kind of like the one who either owns the house or is a permanent resident or is someone who, do you see what I'm saying? It's someone who like lives there, like it's their home. You're kind of coming up, even though you come and go as you please and you're like outside of the house, you're coming up with an equally as strong energy as they are. So it's like telling me that you have an equal investment in the home. And the way that you're showing up for this space, the way that you're providing comfort for this situation or this other person is it's coming through as like you're designing the space. You're the architect, right? So it's giving me images of like kind of like putting pictures on the wall, like choosing the colors of the furniture. It's coming through with like an interior design. So like designing the space in which the emperor lives. And whatever you're doing that is helping to design this space is that it's like it's creating for this emperor here. It's creating a place. It's creating a home. That's what it is. It's like you're homemaking for this emperor. You're providing comfort and space for them to like come back from wherever they are and rest their head. It's like they can rest their head easily because you've kind of gone through the home and you've picked out like the things that would bring them comfort. It just keeps coming up as comfort, wanting to make the space comfortable. Like, so it's like I feel like I'm like sitting in a big couch, and it's like this couch is really comfortable. It's like you're specifically picking different items that are going to create that space. So it's like a big fluffy couch that you can kind of just like rest in. And like the colors, it's talking about the colors of the pieces, like of the art that you're putting on the walls, the blinds, the curtains, like every single like nuance in the house. It's like you're designing it. You're designing the interior space of this place. And what I'm loving is that, you know, as you are transforming, right? You're transforming the house, the space, and designing it. It's like you are shifting the energy in the house. There's something about the more that you invest in the home and the more that you provide like this kind of caretaker comfort level for this emperor, it's shifting. There's a shifting dynamic here that's happening between the butterfly energy and you see here, hopefully you can see, there's moths. These are moths. So it's like, initially, it's like I almost can't even tell, is this a butterfly or is this a moth? You know, I'm initially seeing it as a butterfly, but there's something in here that is transitioning to the moth. And it's wanting me to kind of bring up this night energy. There's a lot of night, 9. All right, so it's bringing up this night energy again. You know, and he's got all of this incense. It's turning into it's like on the surface, these things look like, you know, a nice carpet, a couch, curtains, you know, pictures on the wall. They look like decorations. But then behind it, it's like there's another level that's behind the things that you're putting up. And it has a mothy energy to it. It's got some type of, there's like a supernatural effect to that is like behind the surface of the things that you're decorating in the house. And whatever you're doing is kind of opening up. It's opening up, well, it's opening up their vision. Look at that. Look, it's like you've got your hands on their vision, and you're helping to open up their vision. I mean, we could be now, especially with the night, like we're now going into kind of like the smell of the house. It's literally every single detail that you could possibly think of for what you would want to create a space, to create a home. It's like you're even going into like the scent of the house. And there's something about the scent, or even like if you're burning incense or something like that, because this one specifically comes up with a message of burning incense. It's like whatever that element that you're providing is, well, I mean, it's all of the elements, but it's specific. It's like you are opening up their sight, their vision. And as you do so, it's so beautiful. It's like as you do so, as you continue to decorate this house and fill it with goodness, fill it with really good energy, filling it with comfort, it's like you're opening up their vision and they're kind of going into it. Hangman. Just coming through as, because this hangman is the emperor. It's very interesting because the hangman is traditionally a Pisces card. So it's almost like you're putting them into your energy. It's like you're pulling them into your energy by creating a space around them of all the things that are imbibed in your energy, of all the things that you've selected. And what it's doing is it's like allowing them to sink into themselves. It's allowing them to sink into themselves, and it's opening up their vision, their enlightenment. They're becoming enlightened to them. That's so fascinating. They're becoming enlightened to themselves. Because it's almost like I see them as, this world here in the Emperor's hand. Kind of, it talks about their dominion, right? Their space, their world, their space. And okay, it's kind of like they have, before, it's talking about like before you arrived, they felt like separated from their own space. It's like they weren't like sinking into it like they could have been. It didn't have what's coming through is it didn't have a woman's touch, that type of thing. That's what it's showing up. So it's like they felt very disconnected from their own space, from their own, and the house talks about, it can present itself externally as like a house, right? But then the home also talks about your body, like the home, the vessel that you resided. So your own body. So what you're doing is creating a space for them to be able to like sink into themselves. And as they do that, it's like they're remembering, because this is what I'm seeing here, they're remembering why, it's like they're remembering why they're doing this, why they're doing whatever this is. Whatever this like strain, or kind of like the battles that they fight, they're remembering like why they do it, like the importance behind it, the reasoning as to why. It could even be as to why they invited you in, because you're invited into the home. So it's like they're remembering, it's like they're illuminating, you are illuminating them to the reason as to why they've invited you in. You might not necessarily be doing it. It doesn't feel like you're doing it verbally, like you're telling them or something. It's like you're showing it through your actions. You're showing it by like decorating the space. You see what I'm saying? So when you do that, whatever it may be, there's something about it with the Hierophant that is providing like confirmation for them. And that's what this is. It's like they're remembering why, right? So whatever it is providing confirmation for them, especially with the Hierophant card, because this card comes up with specifically talks about synchronicity. Not really. It talks more about confirmation. So with all of that being said, Pisces, if any of this resonated for you, I would be happy to see you in the extended. You can find the link for that in the bottom of the, not the bottom, the top of the description box. And I will see you in part 2.